Test, 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 test. We're just doing a quick test real quick to see how the microphone works. Alright, so note to self, I'm clipping it onto the shirt right now to see where I want this thing sitting. I'm thinking kind of on this side, doing a little something like that. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let's go find out. Guys, my wife is the greatest thing to walk this earth, I swear. Because you guys are on a brand new tripod that she got for me for the film and stuff. And you could probably hear me a little bit better. That's because I got a microphone. I'm basically a professional now. And I mean, how cool is that? And the microphone that she got, so I can film longer without worrying about like a dead battery or anything. It's like you plug it into the side of the phone or like into the charger port of your phone, but it's also got another charger port, so you can charge your phone while you're recording. So now I have audio, and then check this out. I can be all the way back here, and you can still hear me clear as day. How cool is that? And then I'm gonna test it out and see. Ooh, an extension. Grayson likes to take things in the yard and drop them, so mowing the lawn is fun sometimes. But I'm thinking this also means I can play music in the background, and the microphone won't pick it up as much, and that'll be sweet. But this is gonna be so nice. I can film so much more, and it's gonna be so much easier. Like the film quality is gonna get better. I can start like goofing off. It'll be a little bit easier to film like with my friends around and stuff, because I had to make sure that the camera angle was still good. But like with my friends over, I got a bunch of people coming over today to hang out, and so it'll make it easier for filming then, and it's so cool. But moral of the story, my wife is the best. You wanna come sit? Here, ready? We'll put you on this side. We'll put you on this side so they can see you a little bit better. So, as you see from the title of the video, we get to pull the trans on this unit for the third and hopefully final time with a proper diagnosis. I've never built a trans before. The most I've done was in the 240 when I did the Z32 trans swap. I did like detent springs and like some other stuff like that. But I've never actually torn apart a trans. And with these, they have an input shaft bearing that is known for failing, and it sounds exactly like what's going on right now. So that's what we are going to be replacing today. Now, I'm basically a professional at this point on removing the trans on a D series, and I can do it with my eyes closed. So I'm going to time myself and see if still taking my time. So I also don't want to like burn myself out and be asleep by like 8 o'clock, because with friends coming over, that also means alcohol and party and having fun. So I don't want to be a Debbie Downer later. But anyways, we're getting a little off topic here. We need to get the trans out of this again. Come on down. Also, I post on my Instagram a lot, so if you guys aren't following me there, you should totally check it out. I keep all of my socials in the bio. But here we have the input shaft bearing right here, and the input shaft bearing gasket. So we need to get the trans out, pull the gear set, do all that good stuff, split the bell housing. It's going to be a lot. But it's okay. It's a good learning opportunity. It was the whole point of me getting this car, was I didn't want something perfect that was ready to go. I wanted something that I can learn and expand on even more so on a different platform. Dad? What, baby? You see, well, you got to come over here so the camera can see you. Start pulling this thing. And this isn't really going to be like a tutorial, because I'm kind of learning as I'm going too. It's just going to be kind of vlog-ish style, just showing you what I know, or like what I'm doing. So I wouldn't take this as a guide. I can leave the guide of someone else who posted on YouTube. He gave a really good video on how to do this, so I'm going to link his in the description below as long as I remember. But yeah, he made it seem super simple, so that's what we're gonna go with. I'm so tired of pulling this trans apart. So obviously you guys know, if you're doing this, you've probably already pulled transmission before, but for just in case you haven't, it's really easy in the grand scheme of things for a Honda. You pull your intake off, you have your reverse switch, your starter shit, 2 grounds, clutch master cylinder, starter wiring, take this trans mount out and then unbolt from your T-bracket, get your shift linkage off, and then from there it's just bell housing bolts and you can pull it out. The shift linkage is going to be an interesting situation because the previous owner had mushroomed the end of the dowel, so I'm probably going to have to pull the trans out and then beat it out the opposite direction in order to get that shift linkage separated. When I was doing the clutch both times, I was able to just leave that shift linkage hooked up because I didn't have to worry about it. But now that I'm actually splitting the case, I might have to take it apart. But we'll see. What are you doing with that? Are you going to help me? Yeah? Okay. You gonna be my big helper? Yeah? Yeah. She just over there looking right. Especially now that it's fixed, I don't hate it. Oh, this 12 mil has been my saving grace many, many times. So that's gonna go right there so that I know where it is. Yeah, I see the boat. Really? Yeah. 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 Can you tell I work in construction? I was daily in this thing last week. And other than the sounds and it running rich, it did really, really well. Very happy with the car. Up top is done. We got to pull wheels off, drop knuckles, pull axles out of both sides, drain trans fluid, pull shift linkage, pull that T-bracket and trans mount, and then it's just bell housing bolting. Out she goes. Fun fact, so as you see, the lug nut's stuck in the socket, right? If you put it back to tightening, grab, right out. I didn't believe it when I first saw it. I would be throwing the socket on the ground and everything in between. But sure enough, it works. Recording. Alright, so all we have to do, having tripod is so nice, I can't get over it, is pull the axle nut, pull the upper control arm bolt, and then separate these, separate your outer tie rod, and then pull off your strut bolt at the bottom. From there, everything will drop, fold out, and you can pop the axle out on this side. We gotta do this to both sides, pull both axles, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next step. Also, another little fun fact, when you're beating control arms and stuff out, never hit the threads themselves. That's how you're gonna destroy stuff. Hit right on the side right here, and the vibrations will pop it out. It might take a couple tries, but it will come out. Oh. Back y'all up a little bit. You can even like lightly pull up on it. Boom. Right out. Do the same thing. Two hits, and that guy's out. You just take your axle, and if you look right here, there's a notch in your knuckle, and that's where you get your clearance to be able to pop this. And see how perfectly that just slides right through? Boom. Now we're ready. That axle's ready to come all the way out. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm not going to film that one, but just know literally what I did here. It's the exact same thing on the other side. And then we drain trans fluid and get her done. See, look, I got a microphone. That's pretty cool. But I need to out myself because I done wasted a good like 45 minutes having just an absolute moment. Okay, hold on, let me clip this guy. All right, so if you look, there's a bolt right here. That is a 19 millimeter bolt, and it goes through, and it's what bolts trans to T-mount bracket. Now on the back side, it is a nut welded on. Okay, so let's crawl back under here. Oh my god. All right, so see, look, here's the back side, and there is the nut right there. Shimmy, 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 shimmy. Okay. So there you go. There it is. Okay, so I've been fighting getting this nut off for the past hour. And to the point to where I actually broke my 19 mil by putting these absolutely humongous muscles on it. And I broke that thing all the way through and through, which sucks. But thankfully I have a spare. But that's when it dawned on me of, oh, wait a minute. I gotta unbolt it on the other side. Forgetting that nut was welded on. Like, I hadn't pulled this trans 3 times. So I'm like, bro, I don't remember it being this difficult. Like, why am I fighting? I should have the trans out by now. But yeah, I had a moment and I had to show you guys. So, where did love go? 3, 2, all at once go splash. Splash at the butt, bro. I don't block, bro. Aiming at your head like a buffalo. And just like that, we got the trans out. Told you, Hondas aren't that bad. Oh. Boom. Don't judge my form. It's a little awkward at the moment. Ah! Uh-oh. I forgot to take that off. So, for anyone that's never done this before, the reason for the wood is because the input shaft itself is a little bit longer than the bell housing. So, we obviously don't want to mushroom and damage that. But essentially what needs to happen is there's some detent springs that have to come out. And like I said, I'm learning on this as well. So, kind of just bear with me on that front. Okay, so I could be very wrong here. Hopefully you guys can see me. I thought this was an S40 trans, which is the, I guess the OBD2 D16Y7 trans, which they all bolt up, so it's not a big deal. But I was sitting here tweaking out because the video that I was watching, it was talking about detent springs throughout here. This card, or this transmission doesn't have it. But this one, all I have to do is take this plug out right here and then loosen up all of the 12 mils all the way around. From there, I can pry up on the separation, and then as I pry it up, pop that snap ring out, and then I'll be able to separate the casing. So we've at least got it figured out in that sense. But yeah, I was definitely like losing my mind because I'm like, bro, what is the problem here? So that's what we're gonna do. I don't know if these sensors need to come undone or not, but I think I'm going to remove them just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to take the speed sensor and the reverse sensor, I believe this is, out. And then get all of these bolts surrounding it out, get this guy out, and then we will keep on getting it from there. I did it! Finally got it! I was literally just not holding the snap, or not like getting it open enough. What I had to do, put that down. So, dude was 100% right. It looks like you're going to open it up all the way because there's these two like little dents that the C-clip slides into, but it needs to like slide back at the same time a little bit to get the back side of it off. So, what I had to do was cut down those little nipples because I was too lazy to go to the store, not going to lie. So I just cut those nipples, and then from there I was able to open it up, and I saw it like slide back a little bit. So once I got it to slide back that little bit, it popped right out with no issues. So now, so gears look okay, but if we take us a little gander here, that looks like something. There's a trail, so I'm gonna have to look into that. Alright, so it looks like all I have to do from here is remove these two 10 mils and this one 12 mil. And we should have a free and clear green light to pull all of this apart. And then he just pulled his up. So I'm just going to do the same thing. And if I break something, well, that's why these transmissions are only like $75. So we got part of it out. Trying to be very, very careful with all of the things. There we go. All right. So that. And then there's 2 washers on here that you want to be careful of. And then, so this one guy was showing, it's got this light inner ring sort of deal to it. That goes face down, and then this guy goes right on top of that. So we're just going to leave those right here. There's definitely some grinding, but honestly, not as bad as I thought it would be. All the synchros and everything look pretty good. So fun fact, the part number that I ordered for the throwout bearing, or the input shaft bearing, we finally have everything back together. Reverse is back on. The shift select bolt is back in. That was my biggest fight right there. I was having like alignment issues, and one of them was the little like lock rings in between the I don't know why I'm blanking on the name right now, but you could see them right there. One of them was out of place, which pushed everything out of whack, and then I was fighting that, and then the shift selector in here, I got the alignment in there mess up, and it was just a fight. But we finally got it. The only thing is that it was all for nothing. My own fault, learning moment, and that input shaft bearing was on its way out, but that was not the cause of the noise. And thankfully I've caught it now before throwing it all back together. So it's not the end of the world. It just sucks the car's going to be down even longer. Because I noticed that guy right there. And if you take a little listen, I'm going to try to get the mic close. I don't know how well the mic is picking that up, but it's she's not happy. Here, I'm going to put the mic down here so you can hear. See, look, there's your mic. And that sounds like the noise that we have been hearing. So I'm going to pull that out, get a part number. Hopefully a store locally has one. I don't have to order it online like the other one, although I doubt luck is going to be in my favor. So I will just tune in with you guys when we get that bearing. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys real quick. Look at how worn out this guy is. See the up and down play, the broken piece right there. I mean, this thing is just destroyed. And you could see all the little like bearing balls in there. They're all cut up and destroyed. So that also explains where our metal shavings were coming from, which makes sense because you could see it all throughout and everything. It's all cleaned out now. But yeah, this was 100% the culprit. Oh, here, me. Hi, everybody. It's like 4 in the afternoon on a Tuesday after work. I haven't touched this car in like 2 weeks, and I really need to get a video out for you guys. So we need to get the transmission in. As you see, I have it reassembled. For the most part, I still need to put like the speed sensor and stuff back on it. But once that is done, it is ready to go back in the car and the clutch fork and all that stuff. Nothing has changed. I don't quite know where we left off, but I know I want to try to get the trans in the car today. That is my goal, but I'm also not going to rush it because I don't want to get mad and irritated and everything in between. But because it's been a while since I have touched this car, it's become a little bit of a storage unit. And yeah, but I miss seeing it outside. I miss driving it. So it's about that time. All right, trains is in and started. I'm a little out of breath because I just did some sheer badassery after I had a jack fail and then everything was going wrong. I got angry enough to where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pick this bitch up and put it on. And I did. I really didn't think I was going to be able to. Once I got it on my chest and I was able to like kind of bench press, it actually went on really easy. So now I know next time to just man up and lift the damn thing. But we have her in and started. I need to get the rest of the bell housing bolts in and the motor mount in. And then, trains is in. Oh, it's so nice. Alright, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is that the trains is finally in. The bad news is that may have done me a little bit of a whoopsie. And I now get to pull the trains back out for the 4th time. Because when I was putting the trains in and I was trying to use 2 jacks, it fell off the 1 jack and then it fell. And then I got tired of it and I was like, all right, I'm just going to bench press this thing up and in. So that's what I did. What I didn't notice though is that in the midst of when it fell and putting it back in, is that something fell out. Yeah, that's supposed to be in there. So I now get to pull the trans back out and put it back together again. I just want to put on the record that took me 15 minutes to be able to undo the bell housing bolts, undo the trans mount, drop the trans, put the clutch fork and everything back in, get it back up and get it back to where we started. 15 minutes. That's got to be a record. What are you doing? Yeah. Oh, really? Me and Grayson have been jamming out, blasting music, getting things done on the Civic. It is pretty much ready except for bolting up the exhaust manifold, throwing the intake on, and I still need to do axles and the shift linkage. The only problem with those is I need new axle seals. I accidentally ordered a set for the S40 trans when I still thought this had an S40 in it, but it's actually got an S20 trans. So I need to go pick up proper axle seals for it, and I need to find where I put my shift linkage and the dowel pin for it. But yeah, it's the past couple weeks have been absolutely hectic, so I haven't had any time to work on any of the cars. But there will be more content coming between this guy and the 240 and maybe the Evo here shortly. Content will be picking back up. So yeah, let's cut to the driving video. Well, as you guys can see, the car's not driving because I did a whoopsies, and I believe when I dropped the transmission on the first install, it like landed this way, like kadoink, and when I did, I'm pretty sure it hit the gear selector, and I believe that that has broken something internally, because now the gear selector, it is like completely jammed and will not move at all. I can't move the shifter, I can't move anything. And I bench tested it outside the car and it went in and out of all gears just fine. So essentially I'm gonna have to pull this trans out again in order to fix it. All right, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this in the same video or a different one, but we have things. I let the car sit for like a week because I was frustrated. But I got a good deal on Marketplace on another S20 transmission that is working and good. Got that for a good deal. It's right out there I went and sprayed it down and cleaned it up. And I got something else that I'm going to show you guys in a little bit. Mainly just because I don't feel like walking back out there. But
it needs to get rebuilt, and that's besides the point. We'll go into more detail about that in a little bit. But for now, I want to get this thing on the road again. So it's time to yank this transmission back out. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. All right. So I didn't really record anything. I kind of just locked in, and you guys have seen me do the trans, 3 or 4 times now. So I didn't see much point in filming, and we were having family time. Kayla and Grayson are out here. We've been having a good old time. But the new transmission is in. Old transmission is out. Everything is pretty much back together, ready to go. I pulled the 240s battery that is in. I just haven't put the wheels on or dropped the car yet because I want to do a first start, make sure there's no leaks, no issues, no nothing like that. But it is about 100 and devil's asshole outside, so we're going to wait until it cools down some before I open up that garage door and start the car. And then hopefully tonight do a nice little test drive, or this evening or something. Depending on if we go to Colonial Beach or not, that is a deciding factor as well. But yeah, she's done, ready to go. It's just a matter of a first start and a first drive. Something so funny. I don't know if the camera picked it up. I know you weren't really paying attention, but the whole reason I tore that trans part was because of the input shaft bearing being blown and making a rattling noise. This new trans is making that exact same noise. Not as bad, but it's still making the noise. Alright, so let's get a nice little recap of everything that has happened with this car in the past couple months. I drove it to work, noticed what I thought was the input shaft bearing, which has now turned into the main shaft bearing, making a bunch of noise. Alright, cool. I'll pull the trans out for a 3rd or 4th time, I've lost count, and learn how to build a transmission, right? So, do all that, get it back together, bench test the trans, everything is good. Put the trans back in the car, and, I drop it in the process, breaking something internally. Alright, it is what it is. I'm frustrated, but it's fine. Oh, mind you, when I was putting it in, I had dropped it, broke something, didn't realize I broke something, because I had put it in, and then I had to take it back out because of the throwout bearing not being in, or the clutch fork. So then pulled it back out, and then put all that back in, and then back in again, got it all back together, and then at that point was when I learned that something was broken. So then I said, screw it, got a whole new transmission that was supposedly working just fine, which it is. It goes in and out of gears, all is good, it feels fine. But it is making the same noise that the previous trans was making. Granted, not as bad, but it's still making the noise. So, the moral of the story is that I should have just left this trans in it and left it alone until it was time to go build mine. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. It's going to stay, I'm going to drive it, and I'm going to just turn the music up. That's what we're going to do. Because it's really hot outside, but I'm going to take y'all. Because I want you to see. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. But, as you see in the back of the truck, we got us a motor. Definitely needs rebuilt. Needs a little bit of love, but I got it for dirt cheap. D16 Z6. I've already got the Z6 manifold on this car, and I got this one for essentially 60 bucks. And the problem was that it lost compression in cylinder 1. It only lost like 20 to 30 psi. And I wanted a block. Damn it! I wanted a block that needed rebuilt anyways, because I planned on going, boosted and built. So it's a good opportunity. So when I get that motor built and ready to, why? There's nothing blocking you. Oh my god, I'm about to crash the fuck out. There's nothing blocking these sensors, and the door will not shut. Are you scared of the heat or something? I mean, what is the problem, Grayson? So yeah, so we're just gonna rock with it until it's time. Alright, I guess I did it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna rock with it until it's time to throw the built motor in and start making some sauce out of this car. So I'm gonna wait till it cools off a little bit outside and get myself cleaned up, and then we're gonna take it for a drive and see how bad it is while driving. Alright, let's run this guy to sheets. I need to take this out to the trash can itself. These are actual sunglasses, so I'm trying to get this first drive done while it's still daylight. I just put Grayson down for bed. I need to move her car and then get all this stuff out of the way. Oh god, it's so hot in here. Kaylee's sitting like 2 inches from the steering wheel. Oh. Let's give us a quick check. Nothing important that we'll run over. Alright. Damn it, I forgot about the fucking steering wheel. Well, I don't know where my channel locks are, and I'm very quickly running out of daylight, but we got a steering wheel, and just need to get this window down. And then we can send it, oh, I was spinning the wrong way, to sheets. Oh, my wallet might help. Sitting machine got no gas in it. Still reeks of fuel, just like I remember. Seems like there's almost like a misfire happening. Oh, and I am dumping fuel. Like a lot worse than what it was before. Alright, so I didn't see anything apparent, but once it got up to temperature, that misfire kind of went away, so maybe it just needed a minute. Like, it still is a little rough at idle, but, you know. And it still stinks, but we're just going to send it and see if it makes it to the gas station. I forgot how bad the brakes are. It feels fine. I shouldn't necessarily say fine. This thing needs a lot of love. Wow, it is dark. It is very hard to see with these glasses on. And a dirty ass windshield. Do I have washer fluid? Oh, I do! Oh, I didn't think that through. My brake is pulsing. Oh, because they're all like... probably warped to shit. Guys, I can almost keep up with the Prius. Fast as fuck, boy. Ooh, boing, 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 boing. This thing is both simultaneously very comfortable and very uncomfortable at the same time. Because, like, the seat is really nice, but I also feel like I'm gonna die. I also need to clean off these brakes because they're doing, like, nothing right now. So we're just gonna ride the brakes for a minute. Get all that rust and gunk off. There we go. They're slowly smoothing out. Get all that all cleaned up off of her. I'm basically just brake boosting this thing at this point. There we go. They don't feel good, but they feel better. Okay. I'm always watching Mike Wazowski. Oh my. Yeah, we'll park next to him. Why not? Alright, let's hope this thing starts back up. I'm not gonna fill her up because it's not like this thing's my daily, but she definitely needs a little bit of love. Just a wee bit. Look at that, 8 o'clock, and it is still 91 degrees out here. Shameless plug while we're here. Be sure to check out my Instagram if you're not already following me. You can see my two-step and my pulls and a funny skit. And my family. Run it up. I went back a couple years ago when that would be a full tank. More than a full tank, honestly, out of this little fucking thing. Don't yell at me. Start her right up. She just needed to knock the dust off of her. Alright, we're gonna give this thing the sauce. It's so slow. The little hoopty. But it feels good. And also with how bouncy the suspension is, it hooks surprisingly well on turns. Maybe not turns with a bump, but you know, turns. That's to the floor, by the way. I'm really freaking fast. Someone got a fire going on?
what's smoky right there? Ready? Full throttle, by the way. Now we can go get the garage all cleaned out. And at least the throwout bearing in this trans, that was Brandon. At least the throwout bearing in this trans is nowhere near, start over. At least the input shaft bearing or main shaft bearing, whatever's making noise in this trans, is nowhere near as obnoxious as the last one. So I can deal with it. It's all good. We're still recording? Yeah, surprisingly. Alright, with that being said, I can barely see through these glasses, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on my socials. I will have those down in the description below. I am hoping to get more content out here very, very soon. Had quite a few hiccups in life, but we're getting back on the grind. So after this, you'll be seeing the head gasket on the 240 getting fixed, and boosted pulls, and Honda things, and Evo things, and there's many things that I want to do. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.